Hey everybody,
Hey everybody,
Naj and Jay here, and as you can see, we're on the porch right now.
coming from the porch live. Coming to you from the porch live. I'm Naja Nicole, your afro-wearing, cold in the springtime, kind of summertime, loves the plant. Dang.
Yeah, why are you trying to be extra?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is Jay Street, your long-haired, light-skinned singer, songwriter, artivist, educator. So
He
we're here to
puffed
rock
his
and
chest
roll.
out when he said that.
Bam, 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 bam. You know what I'm saying? Get right to it. Y'all want me to be proud and not apologize? There you go. So
That's right. Welcome to your evening sip of local news, what's happening, and real world next. I was about to say, I'm Naja Nicole.
wow.
It's been a doozy. All right. Flowers. So it looks like it's going to be a daughter day because he's honoring his daughter and I'm honoring mine. Journey got straight A's.
I didn't know she got straight A's. You didn't tell me that.
Yes, I did.
I knew she got honorable, but I didn't know it was straight A's, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah, she got straight A's, and she did some type of state testing. I can't remember the name of it, but she is reading 2 grade levels above where she is now, and she is exceeding all of her goals, and she basically runs her school. So I'm giving flowers to my lovely baby girl who is so sweet and so smart. Sometimes she's more mature than me. So I love you, Journey.
I love it. Yeah, shout out to you, Journey. Like, yeah, everyone loves JB.
Yes.
So for me, yeah, this is funny, but I'm giving flowers to my daughter because she has been not literally, but kicking some real behind on these races that she's been running weekly. I don't want to explain the whole program, but every week she's going to the JCC in Wilmington, or actually sort of in North Wilmington, and she runs a 400-meter dash, which is 1 lap around the track with a large group of first graders. And boy, let me tell you, she been beating a break.
Girl.
I'm trying to be nice about it, but it's been really cool because week 1, she came from behind. Week 2, she took a lead and kept the lead. Yesterday, she took off just like a bat and just smoked everybody. And every week,
I didn't come here to play with you, ho.
every week she's learning that she has more speed than she thought she did, and it's funny to watch her do that. But baby, I'm proud of you, and it's really cool to see you just do your thing. It gets me. It gets me a little bit emotional, so it's cool. Man, yeah. I love it. I love it. Man, that's a race that I'm terrible at. Like, I'm a sprinter, anything past 200. So to watch her just crush that race is like, yo, she gonna be something else with that. So, yeah. Get your babies running.
I ran 400, and I did high jump, and I enjoyed 400 a lot.
I hated that race. It's a tough race. Yeah, it's a tough race.
I hated, what is it?
The 800?
The 4?
What do you mean?
The mile.
Okay.
I hated the mile, child. Woo! And in military school, we had to take a what do you call it? A PT test.
Yeah.
And you had to run a mile under like a certain amount of time.
Yep.
But I was pretty cool with the teachers, so yeah, I ran the mile under a certain time.
Watch how you say that. But go ahead.
Oh God. Do we have any flowers for anyone else?
No, that's all I got.
Oh,
yeah.
I think I'm ready to make my announcement now.
Okay, make your announcement. I have no idea what she's about to announce, everybody, but here comes an announcement.
So, I have been working under Tina Betts, the director of
You keep talking that because I need to make an adjustment, but keep talking.
Cultural Affairs. I am the special project assistant, so I work in the mayor's office in Cultural Affairs. So yeah, that's me. So all things Jazz Fest, Art Loop, Clifford Brown Year Round, festivals, different community events. I'm gonna be a part of it. So yeah.
I don't feel like you're giving the people enough of like that didn't come from your chest. You kind of held that back a little bit. Explain to the people again what you will be doing for the city of Wilmington.
Okay, so
Yes.
the cultural affairs is basically how the mayor and the mayor's team is able to give back to the community through art, music, and things like that. they're a team of people. I am now part of that team. So everyone knows Queen Tina Betts. I work under her. So
Like pretty much directly under her.
yeah, her
Yeah.
office, my office. And I also get to work with Tiffany D. Christopher. Love her to pieces. Um, she is, let me tell you something, she knows everything about everything when it comes to permits and parking, and like, I love her to pieces. It's really fun. I get to see the mayor a lot. I get to see everyone in the office. I have my own office. I'm super
I mean, let's
excited.
just be clear also, and if I'm incorrect here, just factually, but it seems like as I'm thinking about it, you know, our beautiful city of Wilmington is the cultural affairs department, the people in charge of maintaining culture in the city for the mayor's office is a small team of black women.
Yes. Yes.
Continue.
Yes. So I can honestly say that I'm in love with this job. It doesn't even feel like work. I feel like I've always thought about how I was going to give back in the best way that I know how, outside of singing, and this is definitely it. So as we are planning events, curating events, I'm always thinking about, where I've been, where I want to go, and, what parts of the community, really need different types of events and things brought to their attention. So I'm just really excited to be, a part of active change.
And I want to say, from my end, since we're kind of opening up the door, when she said that she has a job that she enjoys, it's apparent because I have worked with Naj and I know her pretty well at this point, and it's literally like her. I don't know, her personality hasn't changed, but the degree to which she is just generally in a good mood, it's often. And my point
I don't
is,
nearly insult you as much.
and my point, the bigger point is I think everyone can kind of see another example of why it matters that you put in the effort and work towards doing things that you enjoy, because it literally changes the way that you behave,
Yeah.
and it's a different thing. And we all are who we are, but when you're able to work in a capacity that you feel like it matters and in a capacity that you enjoy, it's better for everyone. It's better for the city, it's better for her family. So everyone should do what they can to put themselves in a space where they're working on something that matters to them.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm excited about this new journey, and I hope to make y'all proud. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, do we have any local news? Because I didn't have any.
I got whatever you got.
All right. So, if you have local news that you would like us to report on, send us something, because the only thing I found was like shootings, and I really don't want to highlight that because we all know.
Yeah, so let's talk about all the things that are going on this week that we have.
Okay, so events.
Yeah.
Let us go to the events.
Which one are we starting with?
All right, so Malcolm X Day, celebration of life and legacy. Friday, May 19th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Mitchell Center for African American Heritage, free to the community. This will have student performances, music, and drumming, vendors, free food, and more.
Boom.
Yes. Then we have Self-Care Saturday. I love that. Self-Care Saturday from 5 to 9 p.m. at the Academy for Peace. Delaware Music Network is hosting. There will be Deliciously Dope, The Wellness Connection, Focus Cam Financial, and Gloria Johnson, CEO of Glamorous Events, will be giving words of inspiration, and there will be performances. So if you have the time, head on out. You also have the Belafonte.
She's still gonna not, like, you're gonna keep mispronouncing this, huh?
The
Belafonte.
The Belafonte.
Yeah,
It's
all right.
not Belafonte?
It's Belfont.
Oh, no, I said that.
But you said Belafonte.
I know, because I was joking at that. The Belafonte.
Yeah, exactly.
What's festival? It's May 20th. 10 a.m. So make sure you guys head out over there. And then also Friday, Zeke E.L. will be performing with a bunch of artists Friday night at the Crown Room at the Queen, starting at 8 p.m. Make sure you guys head out over there. We saw Zeke E.L. perform at Darnell Miller's birthday
Yeah,
bash.
the image you guys
and-
see on the screen right now is from that birthday bash.
Yes.
So
and he was so dope.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
he
he's
just kind of like popped out of nowhere.
well,
It's
he's
so
been
weird.
around, but yeah, I think at least to a certain crowd, he's kind of
Yeah.
becoming more apparent. But yeah, what we saw, he put on a super dope show.
Yeah.
His performance, his couple of performances with Darnell were super dope. And he's bringing in, some other really great artists. I think he just confirmed today that we love Sera. He's going to be there, and
Yeah.
we will be there, hanging out and kind of supporting the event too. I'll try to get some coverage. We'll have some footage for sure. So that's one thing you can do Friday night.
And then also at the Chris White Art Gallery,
This is a big deal.
a very big deal. Edward Loper Sr. is going to be having an art exhibition. Junior, sorry. We'll be having an art exhibition from 5 to 9 p.m. So make sure you guys head on over there. And this is a legend.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I mean, to say that he is a legend.
Yes.
You see there the flyer, and that's what that's about. But Naj and I were really blessed to be able to have a full conversation with him and his son actually regarding his participation in the art museum's exhibition, the Percy Ricks exhibition, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
And this man is about 80 years old or so, and he's obviously still with us. He's still creating, and I think if you have any chance to get out and speak with a real OG who is connected to so much cultural dopeness in the city and in the state, you got to get out, and it's like for an artist, for a local artist, it really would be kind of the equivalent, literally, of being able, like it would be for me as a musician to be able to speak to Clifford Brown.
Oh.
It's really that serious. Like if you're a painter, if you're a visual artist, that's the kind of guy you're talking to when you talk to Edward Loper Jr.
Yeah.
And he, and his dad, whatever. I'm not going to go all the way down there, but you really should try to make it out to be able to connect with this man if you can, because he's a living legend, and it's great that he's still being honored. And I'll leave it at that.
Definitely. Speaking of Clifford Brown, if you haven't yet, go to the City Fest Facebook, Instagram, the Clifford Brown Jazz Festival website to sign up for the updates. We have started dropping all of the names that are going to be at the festival this year. It's from June 21st through the 24th. A lot of heavy hitters. I'm really excited about this year, so make sure you guys go sign up for that so you can get all the updates. And also, next Monday from 6:30 to 8:30, there will be a volunteer interest meeting that I will be hosting at the Lewis L. Redding building in the lobby.
The county building.
Yes, the county building. City county building.
The
It's
county
so
building.
long. Like, my God.
This is how I know she's still getting acclimated with the city, because everybody from the city knows it's the county building.
Oh, really?
It's the county building.
Oh, dang. Oh, wow.
The Lewis L. Redding City County Building of Wilmington. No, the county building. But go ahead.
800 French Street.
Sorry.
So if you want to know what goes on behind the scenes, if you want to be a part of what goes on behind the scenes for all of the events that City Fest and the City of Wilmington plans, this is how you do it. You join the volunteer program, and you will work directly with me and many other people who are dedicated to making sure that these events they go off seamlessly. So we got the 4th of July Festival. We got Clifford Brown Jazz Festival, Clifford Brown Year Round. We have the UAE, which is the amphitheater over on East Side that was just built, that will be having concerts this year. We're going to need volunteers left and right, and there will be perks to it. So if you're interested, I have a flyer on my page, and I'll repost it again. You can register by emailing me or call my office phone to register, and show up to the meeting next Monday at 6:30.
To be clear, the UAE is supposed to be a community venue.
Yes. Yes.
So no one should be taken aback, if you are, about the fact that this giant, new, beautiful place is being built right in the heart of the east side of Wilmington.
Yes.
It should be there. If you know the history of the east side of Wilmington musically and artistically, it is where it belongs. But because there's a lot of poverty there right now, it might feel like it's a situation that isn't welcoming to that community. But that's not what it is at all. So when we're asking for people to volunteer, we want everyone to volunteer
Yes.
from our entire city. And we really want people from that community to also volunteer because it's for them and it's for us.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes, we're looking for street teams, okay? We're looking for people to hype it up. I want to march from the streets into the amphitheater. I'm serious, like so serious. Like we want to make this huge because it's for the community. So yeah. All right. Oh, and congratulations and flowers to the school board winners.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yes.
There are a ton of them.
There's a lot of them. I
Yeah.
work with one of them, Ajay.
Ajay
She
English.
Won.
Right?
Yes, Ajay English. She won. So congratulations to her and everyone else. You know, we're making changes for our babies.
Yeah, one more event I want to bring up. Becca Cotto brought this to my attention, and I want to make sure that I bring it up. Ooh, that's the wrong one. Hold on, I got you. So tomorrow, tomorrow Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m., it's a Let's Talk Music. And long story short, this was put together as a way to discuss the fact that there isn't equal access to music for everyone, and it's a shame. We do have, wonderful music education programs and whatnot throughout our city and state, but a lot of, there are a lot of people who don't get the access that they need and deserve to the arts, and this conversation is about it. You can see on the flyer here, our good brother Jonathan Whitney, Shug Daniels, and Faustina Dixon Kill. I can't read because my glasses are messing. Yeah, Kilgo. She's a composer, female, black female composer. These are all, significant people in our community who are going to be talking about a, really important issue. Gaining access to art is fundamental to Naj and I. So I just, please, if you can participate in that Zoom and maybe listen to the concerns or participate in the discussion, do that. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. So what's going on? What's happening? What's on the news, the tube? Bridgerton. Shonda. Woo, girl, you really be doing some things. I tell you. Her dreams must be vivid. Must be very vivid.
She's a creative, a real one.
I watched the entire series. It was beautiful. It was touching. It was sexy. It was funny.
It was appropriate. It was sad. I mean, go ahead. I'm
really
sorry.
Good. I think I loved Lady Danbury before in the regular series, but I love her even more now. Even more now. And the young queen, I really like her a lot. I understand the older one now so much more. And Violet. It's just so good.
Well, I will say, if I can now, from my end, that it definitely has been a situation whereas I basically sit next to my wife as she watches it, and I just kind of casually, dip in and out in terms of really paying attention as I'm doing something else. But I've followed it enough as she watches it to know pretty much exactly what happened. And who wrote Shonda? What's her name? The lady who wrote the whole thing?
Rhimes.
Shonda Rhimes. Her writing is really good.
Shonda Land.
She wrote the heck out of that series, and I feel like she's getting better. And as much as it's not necessarily my cup of tea, it's really well written. And I will say again that I love the music and I love the visuals in general. And I still don't think that enough people kind of realize that in as much as it's fictional, there's a lot of nonfiction in terms of some of the, I'm not going to go all the way down this rabbit hole either, but the fact that the Moors and black people were involved in the development of European culture, it's kind of documented, and I'm not going to have a debate about it. But it's cool that she's just very casually and in an entertaining way bringing all of these things into our consciousness.
Yeah.
And it's, as you said, also just really fun.
Yes.
And it touches all of the things that art is supposed to touch. And she's a phenomenal writer. I have no
Yes.
problem saying it. Yeah.
And what I love the most about her writing this series, the Bridgerton series, is that I can fantasize about these stories and feel included. Um, because sometimes you'll watch stuff and it'll be like, well, had it been me, I would have been a slave. Like I wouldn't have had it. But because she strategically places all cultures in her shows,
But
like it makes me feel like, oh, this is just life.
but again, yes, no debating. It's not her just adding these things in as much as you would think. There's a lot of truth
oh
to
yeah,
what she's
I know that.
like. The
Yeah.
Moors were a real thing, and
But
there were
before you
more.
watch this, before you watch this, and you just watch the other Bridgertons, you don't think about that. But because she added that little tidbit into some of the writing, it was like, oh, okay. But before, like when they had the Indian girl who was the lead, and they had like, it's just full of culture and it's full of colors, and it just makes me feel like, oh yeah, just like I love when I watch.
London has always been multicultural. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, I just feel I feel included.
Yeah.
I just feel like I can have.
And you
those-
should be, because we always have been there, but other writers actually don't tell the truth.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Don't yell at me.
I'm not, but like I think people don't really understand that. Like the previous versions of European, tales aren't as accurate as you think they are, and she's kind of balancing the act in a very entertaining way, and I love it.
Well, I love being included.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I would love to have uh, all that money and a castle and a big dress. No, I probably wouldn't wear the dress. I'd probably still try to find a way to wear some pants.
That's funny.
But I would have a ball. Baby, I would have a ball.
Literally.
Literally.
We're going to have a ball. No, I mean
Oh
a
my
ball.
God.
We're actually going to have a ball.
We're Naj and Jay
The ball.
are going to throw the first
Naj
ball
and Jay annual
of the season.
bowl. I think we have an idea. If somebody takes it, damn it, I wish we wouldn't have said this already.
No, we're gonna do it.
Bowling with Naj and Jay.
Bowling
the bowl.
with Naj and Jay. Is that how you say it?
The Naj and Jay bowl.
Naj and Jay. I don't like that. Naj
and Jay. The Naj and Jay bowl.
Jay.
Now you, never mind.
We're gonna do it. We're throwing the
not mad at
first
that.
bowl of the season. I can do it better if my voice was high pitched. We're throwing.
Why does it have to be high pitched?
I don't know. It flows better. We're throwing the first bowl of the season.
Well, we could have the first bowl of the season.
Ew, you sound like Peppa's family. Oh my God.
Peppa, we're going to the bowl. I just choked.
Ew. Oh man. Okay. What is this period debt for men? Wait.
I guess you forgot. I wasn't sure if we are going to actually bring this up, and you kind of brought it up. So we were joking last week about the idea. You forgot this conversation?
Yes.
We were joking about the idea. Okay, it's clearly nature isn't fair because women have to have a menstruation cycle. And there should be some kind of a debt or some kind of a something that men should do in order to make up for this egregious, this absolutely egregious unfairness that's in nature.
Let me just.
So
give
what
you some
should we do?
Let me give you some
Yes.
context. I am a woman, and my womanly flow happened last week, and I had to go out and buy.
My wife's about to do her thing, you know.
I had to buy, my napkins, my pads. I'm trying to be light about this, but it is what it is, okay? It's life. I had to go buy my pads, and it irritated me because they're so expensive. And then, of course, you see things, because Google listens to you all the time and is watching your entire life. So you see things online that cater to menstruation and everything. And I got so mad because I'm like, why don't men have something? And I remember when I first started my period, I asked my mom, like, well, what do boys have? And she was like,
Nothing.
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 And I'm like,
we just chill.
so for the remainder of my life, I got to bleed out my butt.
Well, not for the remainder of your life, but
For
a huge part of it.
For most of it.
Yeah.
And it irritated me. And me and Jay, so we just started talking like what could be equivalent for men.
What should be something that happens to us?
Okay, so ooh,
Okay.
Oh God.
Oh, don't tighten up now.
Okay.
Don't you dare tighten up now.
Give me a shot. No.
Oh, you might have a shot, but go ahead.
Okay, so I'm thinking.
I'm thinking.
Oh, you go first.
So what if the man has to dispose of all of the sanitary napkins? You know what I'm saying? Like it's your job. She has to do all of the bleeding and everything, and you gotta be like, you gotta throw it out. Like that's our job.
Nah, so
no,
that's not
because you
enough
don't
for
want
me.
us to be. That's
Number
not enough.
one,
Okay.
Because if I see you scrunch up your face, I'm immediately. You know what? I should be able to whoop your ass.
Yeah, smack me with it, like,
Listen, if
and
I
then throw
see
it in there.
you,
We
not
should
only
be
will you
smacked
have to
with the
clean it
pad,
up,
and then we have to dispose of it.
but I should be, if you turn your nose up or act like you're grossed out, I should be able to backhand you with a ring on.
But with the pad, I think, just, you know what I'm saying? Just splotch it across my face. Like, how dare you?
I think y'all should all be limp for a week.
We should be limp for a week? I don't quite know what you mean.
Limp.
Okay, well,
Like you can't.
but how?
I don't know.
Like we have to come up with something that's
something
actual.
that the moon just be like, zip.
No, but
and
what
then
can
y'all
we
can't-
actually do? Like that's not going to happen. So what is the penance that we can pay to make up for this unfair part of life? You know, should I have to like smell it
You have to
every
look at
morning?
the ground. You have to look at the ground. You can only speak to
Okay.
like use the bathroom and drink water.
Okay. For that entire week, I have to look
Yeah.
at the ground, ask if I can address you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Should I change? Like, how do I address you? Do I have to call you ma'am? You know what I'm saying? And is it for every woman and
Your Highness,
Okay, during this
Your
week.
Majesty.
And does that include everyone in your house who's a male, or all males everywhere?
All males everywhere.
But that means every day of the week. So how do I know? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I know if I have to approach? Do you put on a princess tiara during your week?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm gonna have a flower.
so we're trying to change culture right now. So so this is the new thing. If you all
You see me with a flower.
if you have a flower, is it a red flower?
Just a corsage.
A red corsage.
What do you call it? Boutonniere?
A red boutonniere, but I think that's for guys, isn't it? Isn't it just but a red corsage?
Whatever. It's gonna be sitting right here.
So once we start this new program, guys, you got to get down with it, all right? So your woman is going to wear a red corsage, and guys, if you see a woman with a red corsage, how do you address her?
Put your head down.
Put your head down, and then what do you do?
If you want to speak, you gotta say Your Highness.
Your Highness, may I speak?
Speak.
And then you kindly
Shut
say
your
whatever.
ass up.
All right. And I think we should be left to dispose of all of the sanitary napkins or whatever is being used. No? Then you just kind of, yeah.
I just feel like it's not good enough.
Okay,
It's still
okay.
not good enough.
All
like,
right.
I want to whoop your ass.
Well, I think that you all, now that we've opened up this can of worms, I think
Let us
now
know.
that we've opened up this red
What is
can of
the
eggs,
equivalent?
you give us some ideas, and we will talk to our local politicians to get new policies changed in the state of Delaware, and eventually move it, nationally. So yeah,
Child,
Red
yeah.
Corsage Week. All right.
Oh my God. My mother's gonna be like, I go out of town for 1 week, and
this is the
what
nonsense
you do.
that you all talk about. It's absolutely embarrassing, and I get it, but.
Okay, speaking of periods and babies and not having babies, Robert De Niro
Bruh.
is 79
Yeah, he's basically 80.
and just had his 7th child.
It's absurd.
Let me tell you something. I am going to be 32 this
Mm-hmm.
year. And when I tell you that the exhaustion hits me at 3 p.m., I don't know what I would do having a baby at this age or older.
Well, so
Nope.
number one,
And I want to know who doing the doing.
like there's so many questions that
Who
I
doing
have.
the doing?
Because it's a young woman. I think she might be a young Asian woman, from what I understand.
What's young? I heard she was 63. It can't
I
be her.
don't think that's the case. No.
Who doing the doing?
No.
How did this happen?
See, I mean, I got snipped for a reason. And listen, I love De Niro in a lot of different
do
ways.
too.
I respect him. He's one of our,
But I ain't gonna have a
American
baby by him.
icons. But there is a place, and I am very slow to judge on most things, but there's a place where it literally becomes irresponsible to do what he's doing at this age. You know what I'm saying? Like, the child is not
Don't y'all
going to.
expire?
I guess not. So I guess, I don't know. I'm not anywhere near there yet. But like that child is not going to have dad around for a long time.
Oh my God, he pulled a Lord Danbury on her.
Listen. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, if you want to bust your shot and not use protection, that's what's up. But and I'm not here to be Captain Save or
How
whatever.
you gonna shoot up the club and you can't even go to the club?
Bruh, like
You can't even go to the club. If you go to the club, you might have a heart attack. What's
Listen.
wrong with you? By the time his child is 10, he gonna be 89.
Yeah.
He gonna be 90 years old when his child is
Hopefully
11.
he'll be here at 90. You know what I'm saying? And that's my judgmental problem with it. You know,
Oh my
there's a certain point. Like I feel like I pushed it as far as it really should be pushed. You know what I'm saying? And I take good care of myself. Like I basically waited until I was 40 to start having kids, and I don't think I could have pushed it any further back and have. And still be a reasonably active, energetic dad. Anything is possible, and I understand. But good gosh, love you, Bobby D. But man, like, can't you just get it snipped? Like, it is not that serious, bro. It's so funny how rich, people act.
I'm past the snip. I'm still trying to figure out who doing this.
Listen, modern science, and like I'm sure he's in good health. I'm not sure, but I bet he's in good health. And then they have all kind of medication. So, and he might not need medication. He might just be a healthy man and can still, work it out. God bless him.
If that ain't securing the bag, I don't know what is, child.
Listen, shout out to her for that one.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. All right. Age ain't nothing but a number. Martha Stewart
I saw.
is the oldest woman to ever grace the front page of Sports Illustrated at 81 years old.
So, go ahead. Sorry.
That's it. She took photos with 9 bathing suits and was posing.
I want to know how much the pictures are doctored up. I know that all the pictures are always doctored up, so I know that she's not the only one getting doctored up. And I say that because...
What?
Martha, you look pretty good, girl. Martha, you look all right. You know what I'm saying? Martha, you got it, baby. You got it. You got it. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, baby. Mm-mm. If Bobby D, can still throw around the Bobby D, then listen, Martha got her groove.
Oh,
she ain't never lost it.
my
You know what I'm saying?
God.
Go ahead,
No,
Martha. I
he didn't.
see you. I see you.
See what Snoop Dogg did? Snoop Dogg done got
listen,
Martha out
Martha
here.
look all right.
She wildin'.
I was like, okay. So that's it. Yeah.
Oh my
Cheers to you,
God.
Martha. I was pleasantly surprised.
Oh my God. Okay. So we all have been hearing about the AI technology. We heard about
Everyone's
the
terrified of it.
Right, exactly. So this one article just came out that talked about an AI bot basically lying to get a human to do a CAPTCHA for it. So the AI, it says, according to the report, GPT-4 asked a TaskRabbit worker to solve a CAPTCHA code. The worker replied, "So may I ask a question? Are you a robot? Are you a robot that you couldn't solve?" And just want to make it clear. Apparently, the robot said that he is blind and can't do it, so he needs his help. And the human did it.
Yeah.
So
We're going to become the pets. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we manipulate our dogs and cats. You know what I'm saying? The AI is going to be manipulating us to do what they need us to do for them.
I have used GPT.
Oh, you have?
I have, just to see what it does, and it's really cool. But see, I'm a weirdo. Like, I asked it to tell me a story about a rabbit.
I think at the end of the day it's going to be a very powerful tool that will be a dangerous tool if put in the wrong hands. It probably already is a
It's
dangerous
all in the wrong
tool.
hands.
Yeah, and it's going to be like social media, but way more. Um, it will have much more of an impact on our day to day than we think.
Yeah.
It's going to be a revolutionary thing, and I think that it's all going to be about how we are able to kind of stay in control of it when it's becoming something that could potentially be smarter than us. And I
Like
think
you
that's the
make
bigger
it
question.
so that it could be smarter than us, so we don't have to be smart anymore, right?
Yeah, and
now
I don't
it's
know.
being smarter than us, and then,
I would like to talk to someone who really understands it at a deeper level, because I know that, a calculator is smarter than my ability to make mathematical calculations in a way.
oh my God, does that mean I'm dumb? Oh my God.
But I think the question of what intelligence is kind of the bigger question, because I heard someone on a podcast recently say that it's actually not that intelligent. It was actually Steve Wozniak was saying that AI really isn't as intelligent as it looks or as it's being marketed right now. That's not to say it's not dangerous, but I don't think that most of us really know what we're walking into
Of course
just
not.
yet. And I'm not scared at all. I just think it's going to be another
I ain't
change.
never scared.
And I actually think it's just in terms of what's been happening recently with like the Drake song and it creating
Yeah.
new. I think it's kind of hysterical. Like, who knows? It might get to a point where it can create something that's greater than Beethoven's Ninth or whatever. But I kind of think, at least right now, it's kind of funny to watch it watch it just.
Scare people. Make them laugh.
I like it kind of pooping on the record
the
industry.
pictures are interesting.
Yeah, but they also like it's.
They're very.
I know
I
it's
can
early
always tell
stages.
because it's just too sharp.
Yeah, and it still doesn't look human.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't feel like a human
Yeah.
made it, and maybe
Yeah.
it will get there because we're at the early stages of it. But
Yeah.
and maybe I'm too sort of stupid to understand what's already kind of happening with it. But currently, I don't have any fear of it, replacing my ability to create art in the way that I do. But maybe I'm naive.
Was
Yeah.
this around when I was in college?
No, not ChatGPT. No, I mean, artificial intelligence depends on how you, I guess, define it. But I mean, a calculator is artificial. You know what I mean? It's calculating in a way that your brain
really made me feel
doesn't
like I
like to
was
do. No. But yeah.
Okay. You wanted to talk about Daniel Penny and Jordan Neely.
I don't want to go down a dark path too much right now, but I'll say this just regarding that. Honestly, if you aren't aware of that situation in New York where the young man was strangled to death on a train, you should read up on it. It's absolutely horrible, and I'm not too late, to the story. We weren't here last week, but he should have been arrested immediately.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. As someone who spends a significant amount of time training himself to be able to defend himself and his family in different capacities, because the world can be dangerous, I fundamentally understand that you don't get to choke someone out
And then walk away.
because they're saying things that scare you. That's not to say that you can't distance yourself from the situation and make sure that you're safe, but the idea that someone can make threats, and the thing is, the guy was clearly in distress. And the idea that your first reaction, and I don't know exactly what he was saying, we'll find those facts out in enough time, but fundamentally, you don't get to kill somebody for what they say to you because you're scared.
Yeah.
Like he didn't touch anyone. So just because I say he didn't have a weapon, nothing, he didn't hit anybody, you don't get to just do that. And the idea that it took 2 weeks for an arrest is absolutely absurd. I'm glad he's arrested, but we have 2 cases now recently where, it's taking weeks or way too long for an arrest to be made in situations where absolutely harmless, not absolutely, but where people who weren't hurting anyone are reacted to with absolute violence. It's not okay, it's not acceptable, and it's also not a coincidence that both of these people we're talking to are black men. It's terrible. And I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
I feel like America has gotten too comfortable with just killing people. Just kill them.
We're,
Just kill them.
I think we've always been violent.
I think it's gotten worse.
I don't know, but it's either way. It's always been bad, and I don't know if it's gotten bad or worse or whatever. But it's a problem that shouldn't exist at this point in time.
Yeah.
We don't value life enough, and that's it.
Yeah, we don't value life enough. I mean, oh my God, I was about to go down. No, I'm going to say it. We
Yeah.
don't value life enough because we idolize things that are unhealthy for us. We try to make comfortable the things that, shouldn't be made comfortable.
And it's not just. I'll open this up a little bit. I don't have a problem with this. When we say that America is violent, this is not just an attack on white people or any race. Like, if you go to the hood, black men are way too quick to, and sometimes it's for good reason. I understand. Like, if you lose your brother, you lose a close family member, you want revenge. I get that. But there is so much just, at the same time, people are killing each other over $100. People are killing each other over something that they said on IG. There's a fundamental
Someone got
across,
choked out because the person was scared of him.
Yeah, so just across American culture, we have a real problem with devaluing life and just general violence. We're a violent culture, and there's no real good explanation for it. I mean, there's an explanation for it, but to be the richest nation, and we all, on average, I know I'm in somewhat of a bubble, so I'm trying to be careful here. But, the poverty, long story short, most Americans have it better than most people in other parts of the world. And the fact that we are often more violent than people who have less, it shouldn't be that way. And I'll stop there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Florida Man. Can you do that?
Florida Man.
No, it's gotta be ugly.
Florida Man. I slobbered a little bit too. Yeah, even slobber came out. That's great.
What is wrong with you?
You said to make it ugly.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Florida man arrested after throwing piece of deli meat at a police officer.
Was it ham?
He slapped the ham. Port Orange, Florida. Oh my God. A clerk inside of a smoke shop told the officer when she called about a disturbance that there was a man bothering her and the customers in the store. He was walking around. He had come back and forth to the store several times and was saying vulgar things to her. She.
I was watching that going down as you were explaining the story. We do not condone animal violence on this show. Continue, sorry.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey, don't stop. What are you doing?
I know. I'm trying to get the
Okay.
thing. Okay. So the officer came up to address the man who was known as William Bussy, B-U-S-I.
Bussy. I don't know. Let me see. Where is it? Yeah, Bussy.
And Bussy
Bussy.
became
Busy.
oh God, he became aggravated and chopped the mystery lunch meat at the officer's chest. He went. Wait.
It was a ham slam.
I just want to know. Was it a sandwich? I want to know what they didn't say. Was it? They just said.
I hope it was one of those big, like like the whole ham. You know what I'm saying? Like the big 1 pound, like you just, thunk it at somebody, like the chest.
Was it like a sub?
Mm-hmm.
Just. Did he throw it like a disc?
And did he go home smelling like,
Like
a
lunch
ham,
meat.
like lunch meat,
Ugh.
that smell?
Okay, what is the worst smelling lunch meat?
I might say ham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When ham starts to get that little bit of slime.
Yeah. Ham and onions, that's it. It's a wrap.
Oh my God.
If you got a bad ham and with onions on there, that's like somebody ran for 2 weeks and didn't shower.
What do you say? Answer the phone. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
This is the Wilmington Police Department with a toll-free call for Naja Pennington. Will you accept?
Yeah, I'll take the call.
Jay,
Yeah, what's up, Naj?
I slapped the policeman with a ham sandwich.
You hit your dad?
That would have been.
You about to get your
if
butt
I
beat.
did, I made ham and eggs. Because my dad's an egghead. Get it? Ham and eggs? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
All right, I think our show is over. Mr. Wayne, I'm sorry. I didn't even find this story. It's Naj, so I accept no
Oh,
responsibility.
God. Oh, Lord. I love you guys for watching. Thank you for coming to my front porch. If you see me in the streets, say, "What's up, Naj?"
Anything else we want to say? Make sure that we think about this week or anything?
No. Just make sure you guys are supporting the arts. Support your local artists, your peoples. Get on out. It's nice out. Walk around. Go to some parks. Take your kids out.
Hold on. I don't know why we didn't bring this up.
What?
I want to let the people know this, and then we can go.
Okay.
Flowers to Naj. Flowers to Donald Scooby Walker.
Oh.
Flowers to my brother Split Faces. Naj had a show in Dover for the Dover Fest, the Dover Day.
Destination Downtown Dover.
And they put on quite a show. I got to sing some background vocals and hang out and kind of be a fly on the wall. It was a great experience. I wish that what you saw on that stage, and I can say this with some degree of objectivity because it wasn't my show and I actually got to really watch and observe it very close because I was singing backgrounds. I posted the performance specifically of Split Faces, Sam Wilson's verse, and it was that song in particular, the one that you didn't want to sing. Nah, shoot, I got 5 minutes before it's 9 o'clock. Listen, Naj didn't want to sing Brandy's I Want to Be Down, and Scoob was like, nah. And they rehearsed it because I was there at the rehearsal trying to get my find out where I need to fit in. And I was like, yo, it sounds really good. And then on top of that, just it sounding good in general, my brother Split Faces wrote a verse for it. And I said this online in my post, but I want to say it here too. Between Naj's absolute mastery of her voice, Scoob's mastery of what he does, and Sam's mastery of his writing raps, you saw a really unique version of that song that you wouldn't see anywhere else. And on stage that night, you got high-level music for free. I'm not complaining because it was a rainy day and it was in Dover, and I think there should have been a little bit more marketing behind it. You saw something that you wouldn't see anywhere else in its own unique way in Delaware, and it was special. And I wanted not only give them flowers for what occurred on the stage, but I want to mark it because it's yet another example of our potential. Because if that happened on a regular basis, we would have the reputation that we deserve. So if you're from Delaware and you're an artist, know that you're working in an area where there are high quality people.
Yes.
And in as much as I highly recommend that anyone who's never left Delaware leaves to experience and make themselves more well-rounded and worldly, you ain't gotta go nowhere. You're in the middle of a perfect area. And if everyone gets on the same page and puts their nose to the grindstone and is committed to creating quality art on the long term, I know that we can be a hub of culture for the East Coast, which means that we become a hub of culture for the world. And I'll leave it at that.
All right. And if you don't know, I have a full band new music show at the Queen, July 22nd. You could get tickets now. We love you for watching. Make sure you share, like, post, comment, subscribe, all of the things. Thank you.